A man in Oklahoma recently captured footage showing what appears to be a large ape-like figure, resembling Bigfoot, walking from left to right through a forested area. The video shows the creature moving steadily among the trees, partially obscured by brush, and has sparked debate online. Some viewers believe it could be evidence of the legendary Sasquatch, while skeptics suggest it's more likely a person in a costume or an optical illusion caused by shadows and movement.
No se distingue en el zoom. Apagóse. Apagóse.
While driving along a remote road in Arkansas, a witness reported catching sight of what looked like a large, dark, humanoid figure standing just off the roadside. Startled, the driver quickly grabbed a phone and snapped several photos through the window as the car continued moving. The resulting images are blurry and misshapen due to motion, but they seem to capture a tall, upright figure with broad shoulders, standing motionless among the trees. The witness later described feeling an odd sense of unease, as if being watched before the figure disappeared from view. Once shared online, the photos quickly drew attention and debate. Some viewers insist the shape resembles a Bigfoot, while skeptics argue it's simply a shadow, tree stump, or illusion created by the car's movement and poor lighting. This image was taken back in 1997, right here in Delaware. The witness, a man named Frank C., was driving with his family through Gravel Hill, along Route 404, after a weekend of camping and fishing. They were tired but content, heading home late at night. The children were asleep in the back seat, and as Frank and his wife cruised down the quiet, tree-lined road, they were casually talking about whether to grab a bite at the next roadside diner. That's when everything changed. Out of the darkness, something caught their attention. A tall, hairy figure standing just off the shoulder of the road. Frank estimated it to be at least 7 to 7.5 feet tall, with long arms and wide, sloping shoulders. The creature stood motionless, half hidden in the shadows, watching as cars passed. Frank's wife immediately urged him to stop. She had a camera in her bag and instinctively reached for it. With no traffic behind them, Frank eased the car to the side of the road. As they slowed down, the creature suddenly turned and began walking away, its movements smooth and deliberate. In that moment, Frank's wife managed to snap a single photo. That one picture sat untouched in an old photo album in their attic for nearly 3 decades. During an episode of Expedition Bigfoot, the team captured footage that appeared to show a large, dark figure crouched on a hillside. As the cameras focused in, the figure seemed to rise to its full height and walk away into the trees with a smooth, upright gait. The team was reportedly stunned by the movement and the scale of the figure, which stood out clearly against the slope. The clip has since fueled intense debate among viewers, some calling it the most compelling Bigfoot evidence ever filmed by the series, while others suggest it could simply be a person or an optical illusion caused by distance and shadows.
Something just moved on the top of that hill. Oh, check it out. Like a little black bear on the side of the hill. Let me get it silent. Zach, that thing just stood up like you and I would just stand up. Look at that. Dude.
A hiker exploring a remote forest trail reportedly snapped a photo of what they believe to be Bigfoot watching them from between two tree trunks. The image shows a dark, human-like figure, partially obscured by the trees, seemingly peering toward the camera. The hiker said they had the uneasy feeling of being watched just moments before taking the photo. While the figure's features are hard to make out clearly, its height, build, and posture have led many to speculate it could be a Sasquatch, though skeptics argue it's likely just shadows or a trick of the light. In Mount St. Helens, Washington, a couple were walking along an old service road when they began to feel an uneasy sense that something was following them. The forest around them was quiet, except for the occasional snap of a branch or the soft thud of what sounded like rocks being tossed through the trees. They both got the distinct impression that whatever it was moving on two legs, not four. Growing more anxious, the husband decided to take a few photos over his shoulder without turning around, hoping to capture whatever was trailing them. When they returned home and looked through the pictures, they were stunned to see what appeared to be a large, shadowy, upright figure, partially hidden among the trees. The shape was unmistakably humanoid, yet too tall and broad to be a person. Could it have been Bigfoot, or just a trick of the light and imagination? Interesting. What do you think? The Manitoba Bigfoot footage shows a dark, human-shaped figure walking through a tree line, filmed in 2005. The clip, captured in rural Manitoba, Canada, appears to show the figure striding along the tree line before disappearing into the woods. The video blurred and low quality due to its age, with some claiming it shows a genuine Bigfoot sighting, while others argue it's likely a person or trick of perspective.
Somebody pulled up, wanted to get across the river. I went across. I came back and I went straight up to the outhouse. And I come out and I just had this eerie, strange feeling, like somebody was looking at you. So I proceeded to walk down, walking away from the outhouse, and I was looking around. And I looked across the river and I just seen this little figure. So I ran for my camera and I came back here and I leaned up against the outhouse. And I tried to keep it steady, but yeah, no can do. So I was wondering who this person was. So I tried zooming on it. The trees were in the way. It kind of surprised me, I guess, because I started thinking in my mind, yeah, this is pretty big. In between the two big tallest trees there, the pine trees, I'd say almost in between there.
And this is what Bobby Clark saw through his camera lens, 10 seconds out of the 40 or so that he shot.
And then, boom, it hit me, whatever it is. And then the movement of the arms and everything started getting to me. So I started getting nervous, shaking. And then when it stopped to turn to look at me, that's when I I froze and I turned my camera off. And what did I just capture on film?
What had Bobby just captured on tape? Was the figure in his video a genuine Bigfoot creature? Whatever the case, on the morning of April 16th, 2005,
a purported Bigfoot sighting from a helicopter shows what appears to be a large, dark figure running swiftly through the woods below. The footage, reportedly captured by a helicopter crew conducting aerial surveillance, seems to track the figure as it moves quickly between the trees, covering ground at an impressive pace. Observers note that the figure's stride and size appear distinctly non-human, sparking renewed debate among enthusiasts. Skeptics, however, suggest the video could simply depict a person or animal viewed from a distance. I'm not sure what to think of this piece. What about you? Let me know.